Hey everyone, marhaba. Our next family of letters, Dael, Thael. We call them family because whenever you start learning Arabic letters, you need to do it in group of families, since each group have the same body letter. The next letters, Dael, Thael, are a family of letters that are written the same way. For this family of letters, you only need to know how to write the body of the letter. Then positioning the dot for the different letters is easy. How to provide the measurements for these letters? This is so important. Even if it's not going to be to the millimeter, there is a trick for that. I always use alif stick. I don't really write it down, as in this example, but I try to imagine it next to my letters, to have a reference for my measurements, so that the letters don't appear small or big, or disproportionate to each other. With the alif stick, we are going to use it as a reference. We divide it into 3 equal parts. Later, with more practice and confidence, you will be able to see that one letter is bigger than another, without having to use alif for the proportions. The next family, Dael and Thael. Dael and Thael heights, if you want, it's more or less half the height of the letter alif, up to here. We are going to see the height of Dael beside the letter alif to see the proportions compared with other letters. Dael, you have probably seen it. It looks like a part of a triangle, except that we soften a little the sharp corners. So in this part you remove the third side. That's why the letter Dael is very easy to write. Dael from above, half of the letter alif, and in a triangular shape. Never straight, always inclined. From the middle down, a little curve, and we have Dael. What I do when I write Dael, I always raise it a little at the end. You see this part? I have raised it a little to indicate that my letter is closed. It means that you can no longer attach anything there. You have to leave some space. It's not mandatory though. Dael in its isolated form, we can find it at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end of the word. It is similar to alif that we've seen before. We can find it anywhere. Dael has 2 forms. It has the isolated form, and then the second form is when it's attached in the middle, or at the end of the word. It's the same letter. We only have to add this part. We don't do it like that because it's not normal, but we do it differently. We go up, go back, and we close. These are the 2 forms of the letter Dael. Very important, we always write it inclined and higher than the letter ba. I write ba like this. There are no proportions, I don't have the lines here to guide me. But when it comes to writing, I will always write Dael higher than ba or jim, etc. Once we learn to write Dael, the other letter, Thael, from the same family, is just adding the dot above. It's like an extension of the line. We look for it and put the dot, and we get Thael. And if you calculate it more or less, the point lays in the middle of the letter. Here in this letter it's wrong, but here, for example, you can see that it's in the middle, more or less. But if you don't want to get too complicated with this, just do it as the extension of the line, then you put the dot afterwards, that's fine. Avoid straight lines. Always inclined, this part is very inclined. Remember to practice more. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. مع السلامة.